Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel, which name is Analytics Pro. Here under this tutorial guys, we are going to cover interview scenarios and real-time business problems and their solutions. In the previous tutorial guys, we have studied about that how we can compare week over week sales. And now in today's tutorial guys, we will discuss one more topic of real-time business problem and its solution. So our today's class topic is at how to calculate the highest and the lowest sales by month and year. And now we can also highlight highest selling month and year with green color and the least selling month and year with red color in the stacked column chart. So let's learn guys how we have handled this requirement in Power BI. So let's start with this introduction. And now guys, let's jump into this Power BI desktop screen. So here we guys have entered in Power BI desktop. So before understand this topic guys, let me show you the data set. So let me go here under this table view. So this is my calendar table guys, which we have created with the help of calendar auto function. So calendar auto function gives you the primary keys of the date. So that return only this date column. And after that guys, I have fetched another column with the help of format function where we have taken only month and years. And last but not the least, to sort this column guys, we have created one more calculated column with the help of this DEX logic, where we have simply add on year and month with multiply by 100. So this column provide me the sequence guys, and after that I have sorted this column on the basis of this sorting column with the help of this sort by column feature. So I hope you guys are clear with this logic. And now we have this sales table where we have taken only dates and sales. And if you go here under this modeling guys, so here we have created data modeling on the basis of date column. So this is my fact table guys, and this is my dimension where we have created a relationship between date to date, which is one to many. And now let's go here under this report view. So firstly guys, I have already selected few visuals here under this report page. So this is my tagged column chart. And now let me expand this sales table. So here under this sales table guys, we have already created this total sales measure where we have simply stored sum of sales. And now guys, what I will do, let me expand this calendar table. And now let me select this tagged column chart. So here under this tagged bar chart guys, I would like to display month and year and its sales. So this month and year column we have already created with the help of this format function. So now let me select this column and drag and drop it into this x-axis. And here under this y-axis guys, I'll simply take this total sales measure, which is sum of sales. So here I can simply see month and year sale. And if I go here under this slicer guys, and if I select an year from here, let's say 2022, so here I can see the data of Jan to December of 2022. In a similar way guys, if I click on this 2023, so here I can also see the data of 2023 from Jan till December. So firstly guys, let's discuss the logic to calculate highest month and year sale. And that I would like to display here under this card visual. And after that guys, we can learn how we can highlight it with the red and green color. So firstly, let's create a logic to find highest top month and year sale. So let me simply go under these three dots and click on this new measure. And my measure name would be, let's say, highest underscore month and year. Firstly guys, let's declare one variable. And under variable guys, I want grouping on the basis of month and year column. So either I can use group by function guys, or we can use summarize function. So firstly I'm using summarize function. So let me declare this variable name as summary underscore table. So this is my variable name. And now guys, I'll store my calculation here under with this summarize function. So let me simply write summarize. So the first parameter says our table name. So I want to make the grouping on the basis of this month and year column, which is in the calendar table. So my table name is calendar table, comma, and I want to grouping on the basis of this month and year. So let me simply take this column name month and year, comma, and although we can grouping more columns guys, but this time we don't require to group more columns. So let's jump into this next parameter, which is name one. So let me simply type the header name, let's say total, comma. So under expression parameter guys, we need to calculate this total sales. So this measure we have already created. So let me simply write total sales. So this is my first variable guys, which return a table in the backend to calculate summarize with month and year and its sales. I hope you guys are clear with this logic. And now let me press shift enter. Let's create another variable. So let me simply write var, and here under this variable guys, we need to calculate only highest month, which is only top one. So let me declare this variable name as, let's say, top underscore row. So this is my variable name, and there I will use top and function, which is also a table manipulation function. So I'll simply write top n, and n value guys, I want to calculate only one row. So I'll simply write 1, comma, and under table parameter guys, I will use this summary table which we have stored in the variable, because from this table guys, it will calculate the top one month and year. So under table parameter guys, let me simply use my variable which is summary underscore table, comma, and under order by expression guys, I want to calculate this total sales. So let me simply take this measure which is total sales, comma, and under order by expression guys, obviously you need to select this descending order and bracket close. And now let's press shift enter and simply write return statement, because I don't want more calculation here. So let me simply write the logic here under the return statement guys with the help of iterator function which name is maxx. So let me simply write maxx because it return the row by row calculation with these two tables which we have stored in the variable. The first one is summarize table guys, and the second one is top and table. So my first table is, let's say, top row, which is my second variable. So from this top row guys, I want to calculate only month and year, and under expression parameter guys, I want to check the logic on the basis of month and year. So let me simply take month and year column here under this maxx function from calendar table and bracket close. So this is the logic guys which calculate the top month. And now let me hit enter. So now guys, let me select this measure and drop into this card visual. So see guys, it clearly reflecting August 2023 is the highest selling month and year of 2023. And this is the logic guys which we have used. Firstly, we have simply created the summarize function where it grouping the data on the basis of month and year. Then we have declared another variable which calculate only top one from that particular summarize table. After that, we have simply used one iterator function so that it return scalar value from the single rows. I hope you guys are clear with this logic. And similar way guys, you can also create least selling month and year. So let me copy this logic and simply go here under this new measure guys and paste it here. So firstly let me rename this as lowest month and year, and instead of descending guys, here I will simply take ascending and click on this commit button. Although you can change this logic to min x, but if you don't need to change the logic, still it will work guys. So let me click on this commit button, and now let me select this measure and drag and drop it here. So see guys, this is my least selling month and year. So in this way, you can calculate highest selling month and the least selling month. Although we have other ways guys to calculate the same thing, but this is the best logic guys to calculate highest selling month and the least selling month. And if you guys are confused that why it is returning in the green and the red color guys, so let me try to explain. I have simply changed the text color of this card visual. So let me select this card guys, and here you can see I have simply taken green color of this card value. Similar way, if I select this least selling month guys, so I have taken red color here. That's why they are returning green and red. And now guys, let's talk about the next logic, that how we can display highest selling month and year bar return the green color and the least selling month and bar returning the red color. If you want to apply this logic with the help of conditional formatting guys, let's learn guys how we guys can apply with this conditional formatting without any measure. So what you need to do guys, you need to select this visual and click on this format your visual and simply go under this column feature and expand it. And here guys, you simply need to click this FX which stands for conditional formatting. So let me click this one, and here under this box guys, we need to add some rules. So what I will do guys, let me change this column name from here. So I want to apply the condition on the total sales measure. So let me select this drop down and simply search my measure name which is total sales. And now let's create a rule. If my value is equal to, let's say, 100%, so that I want to return in the form of green color. So let me go here under this more color guys and simply select this green color. And if you have any hex code guys, so you can paste that hex code over here to get exact matching of the color. Similar way guys, let me add one more rule. So let me click on this new rule and simply take if my value is equal to 0%, it return in the form of red color. So here I'll select red color. And last but not the least, let me create one more rule. So let me click on this plus new rule. And my last rule says if my value is greater than 0.1% and less than 99.9%, it return in the form of this sky blue color and hit OK. So in this way guys, you can apply this basic conditional formatting. And now let me select another year from the slicer. So let me select 2024. So it is clearly reflecting guys highest selling month and year in the form of green color and the least selling month and year in the form of red color. And now if I change the year from the slicer guys, so you can see it is automatically adjusted the colors as per the highest and the lowest numbers. So this is the easiest way guys of creating this dynamic bar chart, at the highest number returning the green and the least number returning the red. And now guys, let's learn if you want to apply the same logic with measure. So what I'll do guys, let me copy this bar chart and simply paste it here. And now let me drag and drop it here. And firstly guys, let me remove the conditional formatting from this tagged column chart. So let me scroll it down guys and simply click this clear filter, which stands for remove conditional formatting. See guys, we have removed the conditional formatting here. And now guys, let's create the same logic with the DAX function. That highest number return the green and the lowest number returning the red. Now let me simply go here under the three dots and click on this new measure. And my measure name would be, let's say, color. And now guys, what I need to do, firstly let me start with this variable. So my first variable name would be, let's say, max underscore sales. So here under this logic guys, we need to calculate maximum sales. If we guys are creating this logic in the measure, so of course guys, you need to use maxx function to iterate row over row. I'll simply write max x. And now we need to perform the calculation on the basis of this month and year column. So firstly guys, we need to remove the filter from this month and year column. So under table parameter guys, I'll simply use all function and simply take this month and year column from this calendar underscore table, comma. So this is the first column guys, which we have removed the filter from this month and year. And in the column 2 parameter guys, we need to take one more column, which is sorting column, because this column guys is depend on this sorting column. So if you remove filter on this month and year column only, that formula will not work because you have taken these two columns here under this bar chart. This column is depend on this sorting column. So we also need to remove this filtration from this sorting column. So let me also add sorting column here under this all function. And now let's close this bracket. Now put it comma. And I want to calculate the total sales here under this expression parameter. So total sales measure guys, we have already created. Let me simply take total sales and bracket close. So this formula guys is returning the maximum sale. So in a similar way guys, I will also create a same logic with this min x, which return the minimum value. So let me copy this measure and paste it into this next line. Simply rename the variable name, let's say min sales, and simply change the DAX function. Instead of max x guys, let me take min x and shift enter. So first variable return the maximum sale, second variable returning the minimum sale. And now I want to write return statement. So suppose guys, let me call this max sales here under the return statement first. So let me write this variable, let's say max sales. And now let me click on this commit button. And let's take one card visual from here. And under card visual guys, if I drop this measure, so this card visual guys is returning the 20k sales of 2022 year, which you can clearly see. And if I go here under this measure guys, and if I want to return min sale guys, so now it will return the minimum sale, which is approximate 14k, which is minimum sales of this 2022 year. I hope you guys are clear with this logic. And now guys, let's switch this logic with the help of switch statement. I don't want maximum sale or the minimum sale. Here I want to switch with the colors. And now guys, let's change this measure. So what I will do guys, let me add one more variable here. Under this variable guys, let me store switch function and switch my these values with colors. So let me simply declare variable, let's say color underscore change. So this variable changing the colors of these values. So let's start with this switch statement. So let me simply write switch function over here. And I would also like to take true function over here. So let's create this logic with switch true. comma, under value 1 parameter guys, I will simply say if my total sales is equal to this max of sales which we have stored in the variable guys, it return, let's say, green. If you have the hex code guys, you can definitely write that hex code here in these double quotes, comma, shift enter, and again I'll write the same logic. So my second logic says if my total sales is equal to min of sales, then it return, let's say, red color. Else it return, let's say, sky blue color. So this is the logic guys which we have passed it here under this third variable. And I want to return this variable here under this return statement. So let me simply remove this min underscore sales and simply return this color change variable. Although you can write this logic here under this return statement without creating another variable. So there is no issue with this thing. But I have created this logic in this way. And now let me click on this commit button. See guys, we have created our logic. And now you guys already know that how we guys can use this measure, because that thing we have already covered in the conditional formatting tutorial. So now let me select my measure, click on this format your visual and simply go under this columns. And under columns guys, we need to click on this FX, which is conditional formatting, and simply change format style rules to field. And under the second parameter guys, which is what field should be based on this, so we need to select our measure, which name is color. Now let me select this measure and click OK. See guys, it's returning the coloring as per our given logic. Maximum sale returning green color, minimum sale returning red color, and rest are sky blue color. And let's suppose guys, if you want to create this graph similar like the first graph, so you can copy this hex code of this sky blue color. So let me select this graph guys and simply go to this function and simply click this drop down and click on this more color. So this is the hex code guys. Let me copy it. So let me simply cancel this and click on this color measure. So instead of sky blue guys, let me paste this hex code over here. And now you guys can see the same graph. So I hope you guys are clear with this tutorial. So for such kind of detailed learning guys, stay connect with us and kindly support this channel. And those who are new to this channel, kindly hit the like, share and subscribe. And don't forget to press this bell icon guys, else you will miss an update. And those who wants to learn Power BI or SQL from scratch, so you guys can follow this free YouTube channel, which name is Analytics Pro. And if you scroll it down guys, so here you guys can see we have a full course Power BI playlist where I have explained each and every concept about Power BI in detail. And if you click here on this playlist button guys, so you guys will get to see multiple playlists are here. This is the Power BI full course playlist and these are the advanced concepts of Power BI where you guys can take the knowledge of advanced concepts of Power BI. And we have this Power BI with SQL playlist where you guys can learn all the concepts of SQL from scratch. So you guys can start your SQL journey with this free YouTube channel. And along with that guys, we have this visualization playlist and we have this DAX expression playlist where we have covered most of the DAX functions from scratch which are majorly used in your projects. And here under this playlist, I am also trying to cover all the differences of DAX functions which is majorly asked in an interviews. And very soon guys, I will add some more playlists so that you guys can take better understanding of the analytical skills. And for the job seekers guys, we have this free Telegram group where I'm keep posting latest Power BI jobs opening, as well as you will also find some latest interview question and answers which recently asked by an interviewer. So you don't need to pay anything to anyone. But those who are looking only live sessions, so we guys also conduct live training and sessions where we prepare candidates from scratch till intermediate level with some scenarios, real-time projects, assignments, notes and so on. And we also provide placement assistance with the help of WhatsApp group where you will get to see some HR emails, contact number and so on. And you guys can also follow us on Insta as well as Facebook. So all the links I will share under the description box. You guys can follow us there. So for free learners guys, you guys can follow this Analytics Pro, and for the live training and sessions, you guys can connect me any of the platform. Thank you so much guys for your more love and support. Keep learning and keep growing. Thank you so much.